They said, we'll put you right back on 26 and your driver don't even know you going already. We'll put you back on 26 if you give us Hoover. I said, what? I said, you give us Hoover, we'll put you back on 26 and you'll work for us, leave and student pigeons. So for someone to try to tell you to tell on somebody else to save your own neck and all this, you get in this thing, you hold your...
When you first caught your case, your federal case, how did that actually transpire?
Now, what's good to the YouTube family? Little Durk father had spoken on a lot of things and gave great wisdom, but shout out to the College Kid and the Shy podcast. We got some earlier sentiments on the feelings on how Little Durk father felt during his incarceration, but let's get started quick by you guys smashing the like button.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
Now, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some recent news surrounding Little Durk's father, Dante Banks Sr., who just opened up about a topic that's been trending in hip-hop world, informants. You know, the OTF shakedown that's going down. Well, he has his own thoughts about guys who told on him and his son. But let's go deeper. During his time locked up, Dante Banks had some eye-opening experience dealing with informants, and for the first time, he's sharing some of these insights. Let's break it down by letting him speak about it.
This is Durk.
Now, that part of the interview was with College Kid. Let's go to the Shy podcast where you guys can find great content from them and listen to more things that he goes and indulge into things.
So, when you first caught your case, your federal case, how did that actually transpire?
Well, actually, I was on my way to 26 in California to go to a court proceeding. So soon as I was walking up the stairs to go through the doors, the feds was coming out the door and they grabbed me right then and there, took me to another side door, right out the back behind the building, into a car and shot me down there on Van Bruin to the federal court building. They put me in this interrogation room and it was a couple of agents in there. It was the U.S. attorney in there. And they said, listen, because I have a driver who brought me there and dropped me off at the front of the place. And he wouldn't park the car. They said, listen, don't nobody know that we got you right now.
So, when you first caught your case, your federal case, how did that actually transpire?
Well, actually, I was on my way to 26.
Now, if you don't already know, Dante Banks Sr. is the father of Little Durk, and his story is a significant part of Durk's background. Banks spent over 20 years in prison on serious charges, but he's now out and reconnecting with his family. His experience with the prison systems have shaped not only his life, but also some of the themes in Little Durk's music. And just recently, he spoke about the role of informants and what that meant on his time lock up during the third part of this interview.
No one. They said, we'll put you right back on 26 and your driver don't even know you going already. We'll put you back on 26 if you give us Hoover. I said, what? I said, you give us Hoover, we'll put you back on 26 and you'll work for us. I went in my pocket, pulled out the card to my lawyer, slid it on the table, and said, call my lawyer. And from then on, 26 years later, here I am, free man, without telling, without compromising, without being someone I'm not. Rats, stool pigeons, you know, people who tell things to get out. You know, this is the type of life, we don't live this type of life. You know, I'm a Muslim first and foremost, no doubt about it. But even in Islam, we don't believe in telling, we don't believe in no one.
Now, People are curious, why speak out about informants now? For Dante Bank, this isn't about reliving old memories. It's about shedding light on the real realities of prison life and the street code, not just Chicago, everywhere. Informants or snitches are often a hot topic in the hip-hop world and the streets. You see what's going on with OTF and members and guys like OTF Jam. Banks has first-hand experience with the risk that comes with those who choose to cooperate with law enforcement, and he's opening up about how these informants affected both his time in prison and his outlook on loyalty. Maybe many believe he's speaking out to caution others who might be tempted to betray their own for personal gains, as we're clearly seeing. He wants younger generation, particularly those who are close to street culture, to understand that the loyalty and integrity aren't just values, they make or break you. Let's listen a little bit more on him chiming in.
We don't believe in stool pigeons. So for someone to try to tell you to tell on somebody else to save your own neck and all this, you get in this thing, you hold your own weight. You know, that's how people got to look at it. I'm in this, and I hold my own weight. You don't bring nobody else into this. You don't tell on nobody else to save your own skin. Get out of it. That's not your lifestyle. That's not what you're about. Get up out of it, you know? But when the thing hits, when it hit, the impact come in, you continue to stand strong. And you continue to go down for what you believe in. And don't bring nobody else down with you. You know, I like the, I think it's Jeezy.
I like how he talked about the impact of informants in prison. In his recent comments, Little Durk's father, Banks, explains the presence of informants made prison a life. Basically, they made prison life a whole different battle. It wasn't just because or about serving his time. It was about constantly watching his back and staying true to the code. Informants bring a level of unpredictability, and that basically can make prison life far more dangerous for them. You're dealing with people who may use an information against you to shorten their own sentences, and Banks had to navigate that reality. He mentions that in prison, these informants often create distrust, causing even loyal people to question who they can rely on. In his views, informants disrupt the code of loyalty and brotherhood that many people in the world hold dear. He's emphasizing that in his experience, it's the people who stand by their basically principalities. You know, they make things thorough and through, while informants face more serious consequences when exposed. Now listen to me, guys, the supporters of this platform. This is going to be basically a situation of what does this mean for Little Durk and OTF? Well, his father, Dante Banks, well, basically this perspective from Little Durk's father, who's come home to be a great role model in the Islam world, he adds more depth to the messages we often hear from Durkio's music. Durk has been vocal about loyalty, trust, and the codes of the streets. This is why OTF really means only the family. Other people can't just be involved, because values that clearly resonate with his father's experiences. It's evident that Dante Banks' stories and values have influenced Durk's career, making his lyrics more genuine and impactful for his fans that are growing every day by the minute, even after this federal incarceration. Now, given that OTF only the family, it's built around these same ideas of loyalty and brotherhood. This insight from Dante Banks Sr. really reinforces the principles behind the crew, such as guys like Duty Low and many others. It also gives fans a better understanding of why Durk values loyalty so highly, and we see him speaking it about a lot, especially when it comes to his beautiful marriage to India. He talks about he'll give his gun to Indy before anybody else. Now listen, especially in the world where he can trust and can be a matter of survival. That's what trust can bring. Now, lessons and final thoughts we have here. By sharing his experiences, Dante Banks Sr. is offering a cautionary tale of those who might be tempted by shortcuts or betrayal, basically ratting. His story is a reminder that the choices you make, especially regarding loyalty and integrity, has real consequences. His message seems to be that despite the challenges, staying true to yourself and to your people is worth more than any short-lived gains. Basically, we're gonna leave you guys with this. So what do you think about Durk Sr. speaking about these informants and loyalties? Does this add a new perspective to Little Durk's music for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to stay updated on the latest news in hip-hop and sports, and the stories behind the music and the sports coverage. Thanks for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Until next time, stay true. Peace. I'm your guy, DJ Bless One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and truly indeed, stay blessed.